Well, joining us now is Dr. Mary Cupp. She's an author, a mother of, and she's done this book, which is Mother to Mother, Spiritual and Practical Wisdom from the Cloister to the Home.
From the Cloister?
Yeah, I know. For a book, she got to know 5 mothers of cloistered religious orders to glean their advice for Catholic moms.
Interesting.
Mary, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Hi, Mary.
Well, you're down in Washington right now, so you're not that far. You're on the East Coast at least. Sometimes we have people all over the world, so at least we've got the same coast. Well, Mary, most people wouldn't think cloistered nuns and Catholic moms have many similarities in their duties, yet you see their vocation as quite similar. Why is that?
Well, for a very important reason, and the reason is this. You call a nun, especially a Mother Superior, mother. Yeah. And you call a lay mom with kids, I have 5, you call her mother, right? Or my children call me mother. And it's not just being cute to call a Mother Superior mother. It's not a metaphor. It's not just sort of a respectful term. It's a reality. Because all women, especially all Christian women, are called to the vocation of motherhood. It doesn't look the same for all of us, but we are called to that vocation of motherhood, whether it's through the religious life or through the lay married life as a wife and mother. Or, you know, some women are called to even more mysterious forms of motherhood, as God may call them. But it's the same motherhood, right? So I wanted to ask the moms in the other vocation to motherhood about motherhood. What were their thoughts? What were their experiences? What were their reflections about motherhood? And how could I learn from it? I was inspired to do it because I was at a playground and there happened to be a nun there, and there's never nuns at playgrounds, but she was. And we started talking about our vocations, and she just said, you know, cloistered nuns are the stay-at-home moms of the religious vocation. And the parallel just struck me. And I said, I have got to investigate this and see where this will lead me. And the book came out.
Now, maybe it was that, but it could be something else. As a mom yourself, what wisdom from those cloistered sisters was most surprising to you? And if there was something, did it change your parenting at all?
Right. Yeah. Yes, well, many things. You know, we corresponded mostly through letter writing. I visited one Mother Superior in person, but every time I got a letter from them, I was like, great, I know that what I'm going to read today is going to help me today. But I'd say the thing that stuck out the most was actually the nuns' approach to prayer. I lead a very hectic, crazy, loud life in my day-to-day, and nuns lead a very quiet, organized life that's centered around long periods of prayer. So you might think that that's where we are the most opposite, and anything that they might tell me about prayer, I can't do, right? I can't spend hours in church because my kids will scream. Mm-hmm. But actually, their advice about prayer was, I think, the one thing that keeps coming back to me, because they take Christ's call to pray always very seriously, and they can't always be in the chapel. It's actually a lot of work to run a monastery and to live the life of a nun. And it turns out that they're extremely busy, in many ways similarly to the way I'm busy. How do you pray always when you're busy? And just the little things that they have come up with to pray. Like one nun suggested for a mother to contemplate the face of Christ in my children. So when I'm changing a diaper, or I'm up late with the baby who refuses to go to bed, or I'm dealing with a screaming toddler, contemplate the image of Christ before me in my child. And that's easy. I'm looking at my kids' faces all day, every day. So to see the face of Christ inside their face is a form of prayer if I intentionally go about making it a form of prayer. And that's beautiful, because all of a sudden that tantruming toddler who's really getting on my nerves is an occasion for contemplative prayer, which is mind-blowing.
I have to tell you, Mary, I have lived that life with the tantrum child. The one thing I will say, though, is when I go to Mass, and my kids are all older now, and I hear kids crying, I love that sound because I think it's the church is alive. It does not frustrate me at all. I love the sound of children at Mass.
I'm the same way, too.
And you're a pastor.
Yeah. Hey, before we let Mary go, I got to just ask her a personal question. Have you ever met Mother Cecilia in Gower, Missouri?
I actually have the Benedictines from Gower, Missouri, and she's in the book. I haven't met her in person, but we have written back and forth.
Okay, she's been very, very
lovely.
kind to me. So now I have a personal reason to read the book. Thank you. I'm done.
Mary,
She's lovely.
Where can people get a copy of the book?
Yes, so you can go to tanbooks.com. That's the publisher. It's also on Amazon. If you want to go that route instead of tanbooks.com, but those are two places that you can find it. I also just dropped by the Catholic University of America, the National Basilica bookstore, and I was like, you know what? I bet my book isn't here. Let's see, and it's right there on the shelf.
Great.
So drop into a Catholic bookstore. It could be there.
Good, good.
Well, Mary, it's been a pleasure. Good luck with the 5 kids, and you go to church and don't worry about them crying at all.
Yep, I normally don't, and they normally do cry.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye, Mary.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.